Welcome, retirement planning enthusiasts, to the May edition of the RPAG Scoop. As the season of renewal and growth unfolds, we're here to cultivate your knowledge and guide you through the blossoming world of retirement planning. So join us for new updates, insights into the market analysis. Get ready to soak up the sweet scent of success with this springtime scoop. So first up, we have Luke Vandermillen Jr., our Director of New Business Development, to give you the latest updates and resources from us at RPAG, from exciting events to invaluable tools like batch reporting. Luke will walk you through everything you need to know to stay ahead in the retirement planning game. So let's dive in. Take it away, Luke.
Hey everyone, my name's Luke Vandermillen. I'm the Director of New Business Development at RPAG. And today I'll be taking you through some of the exciting and new things we have in the world of RPAG. Let's go ahead and get started. First off, I want to plug our fantastic blog page, insights.rpag.com. This is a page where you can find everything from recordings of webinars and other videos, blog posts from RPAG experts, or updates on new RPAG resources and technology. You can visit this page at again, insights.rpag.com, or you can go on rpag.com and find a link to that page in the top right-hand corner. If you're ever utilizing the RPAG Advisor portal and need help with specific resources, please feel free to reach out to the RPAG support team. You can do this in a number of different ways. You can always email us at support@rpag.com, give us a call at 949-305-3859, or you can submit a question via Ask RPAG, which is our newest way to get in contact with the RPAG support team. Here, you can find a bank of previously asked questions from other RPAG members, everything from ERISA-related questions to how to run specific reports, as well as submit a question directly to the RPAG support team that hasn't been asked before and view previous questions that you've already asked. If you're looking for more RPAG content, feel free to visit the RPAG YouTube page. You can find it by searching RPAG in the YouTube search bar. Here we have recordings of old webinars, Spring Summit presentations, National Conference presentations, and so much more. This page gets updated a few different times a week, so make sure you're checking it out or enable notifications to see when we post a new video. Now, let's get to some current events here. I want to first start off with a big thank you to everyone who attended the RPAG Spring Summits, from RPAG members to plan sponsors to partners as well. This year, we hosted the Spring Summits in 4 different cities: San Diego, Philadelphia, Chicago, and Atlanta. And we had over 450 total attendees throughout those 4 summits. So again, we very much appreciate your participation in these fantastic events. If you didn't get a chance to attend this year, I highly encourage you to come to one of our Spring Summits next year. This year, we covered such topics such as sales tactics, ERISA updates, investment TDF perspectives, plan pricing discussions, and so much more. This is also a great opportunity to network with other professionals in the retirement industry, whether it's fellow advisors that also use the RPAG platform, or record keeping and TPA partners that can help you make your practice more efficient. Speaking of our YouTube page, there's a few videos that we've posted in the recent weeks that I'd like to bring your attention to. First off, our Chief Investment Officer, Jeff Elvander, did a Q1 2024 market review highlighting some of the important news related to the investment sector in the retirement industry this quarter. Our friends at Franklin Templeton do an annual survey called Voice of the American Workplace, and they created a video summary of that survey with a lot of great insights on employees in America. You can check that video out on the YouTube page, as well as the previous month's RPAG Scoop featuring my colleagues Alexis Reese and Matthew Giovinazzo. We also have one of our ERISA experts, John Nelson, do a ERISA fiduciary update with a bunch of great information on Secure Act 2.0 and other legislation affecting your plan sponsor clients. And a few weeks ago, we also did a practice management webinar with our friends over at CUNA Mutual. That was hosted by my friend Jeff Cheshire, along with Randy Fuss from CUNA Mutual, and they talked about how to manage your practice in the most efficient way possible. It's a great way to get some ideas on how to not only utilize RPAG tools and technology, but think outside the box as well. Now, since it's investment review season, one of the most common questions that I've been asked in my time here at RPAG is, what are the resources that I'm not using that I should be using? And one of my most common answers is the batch reporting feature. This feature allows for you to run multiple investment reviews at one time. So instead of going one by one and running investment reviews for, let's say, 60 plans one by one, the batch reporting feature allows you to run all 60 of those reports at one time. What this feature does is it groups all of the funds that are in the lineups for the plans that you selected into the 3 different categories defined by the RPAG scoring methodology: acceptable, watch list, and review, and then allows you to make fund recommendations for all of the funds in those plans. You can also schedule for your reports to automatically run on a date of your choosing. Essentially, what this batch reporting feature does is it takes your reporting process from weeks or days to just a few minutes. And the best part is the batch reporting feature doesn't cost anything additional. 99% of RPAG advisors have access to it. In fact, if you have access to the investment review and to run scorecards and things like that, you have access to the batch reporting feature. So I definitely recommend you take a look at that if you haven't used it, or maybe have used it in the past, because we've updated some of the capacity with batch reporting to make it run smoother and faster and to handle more reports. Like I mentioned, since it's investment review season, I wanted to make an official announcement that Q1 scores are now live in the RPAG Advisor portal. They've actually been live since tax day, April 15th. If you're looking to run your investment review reports, a couple key points to remember is that plan asset link data, the data feed that we receive from record keepers that updates every month, should have all of your plans updated by the 20th of the month. And if you don't see a plan that gets updated, feel free to reach out to the support team at RPAG through those channels that I mentioned earlier. Either give us a call, shoot us an email, or submit a question through askrpag.com. And I also wanted to mention a few popular reports that are run at this time of the year. Whether it's your classic fiduciary investment review, or a peer group analysis, pulling fund fact sheets, doing a cost analysis or a lineup comparison or something like that. RPAG has dozens of different investment report modules that you can utilize to tailor your deliverable to exactly what you want to show your clients. We also have a couple new exciting items in the Resource Center. First off, we have an RFP finalist meeting agenda template. One of the most common things that we get asked to produce here at RPAG is templates for different scenarios, whether it's an investment review template, meeting minutes, or in this case, an RFP finalist meeting agenda. You can find this in the RFP and fee benchmarking category under client templates. We've also posted a sample lineup comparison in the sample reports category of the RPAG Resource Center. The lineup comparison allows you to put a side-by-side comparison of two different fund lineups. It's a great way to show a comparison of scoring, performance, or expenses between two different fund lineups. We've also posted the April 2024 Retirement Times, which can be found in the newsletters and memos section of the RPAG Resource Center, and the April 2024 Participant Corner, which can be found in that same newsletters and memos category of the Resource Center. We also have some exciting platform updates to the RPAG Advisor portal. We made an enhancement to the investment review that allows you to save a investment review as a template so that you can continue to use a template that you're utilizing on a go-forward basis or update an existing template that you have. We've also made an update to the target date fund analyzer with the glide path risk levels now displaying, which increases your usability of that report. With fund lookup, we now sort funds by score. The peer group analysis also includes the annualized returns on a consistent basis. For advisor reports, we've added contact information for record keepers and TPAs, so allow you to extract that information from the RPAG Advisor portal into an Excel-based format. And lastly, we've made an enhancement to RFP Express where plan demographics will now automatically lock when you start a report so that the integrity of the data is increased. We also post a bi-weekly tech enhancement video. That's my friend Mel, right there, right there, right there, right there. Technology's hard. There we go. There's Mel. Mel and our colleague Ashley do a bi-weekly tech enhancement update video that can be found on the RPAG Resource Center, or you can find it on any of our social pages, whether it's LinkedIn, or we even have an Instagram page. If you want to find us on Instagram, search RPAG support, and you'll see videos like this one behind me here. And lastly, if you have any questions or suggestions on how we can enhance the RPAG Advisor portal or create resources that can help you in your day-to-day practice, please feel free to reach out to us at support@rpag.com or submit those through askrpag.com, and we'd be more than happy to help you. Thanks again, folks, and I'm going to pass it back to Ashley to continue the RPAG Scoop. Thanks again.
Thank you so much, Luke. So as he mentioned, we want to thank everyone who did come to the regional summits this year. If you weren't there or you want the presentations, they are available on the Resource Center. You go to RPAG conferences and you'll find the regional summit section, and you can find all of the presentations there. If you did want to rewatch some of those, we will be slowly rolling those videos out over the next few weeks. Like Luke mentioned, we have a great YouTube channel. If you press the bell in the corner, you will be notified every time we post a video, which is actually before we post it on to our blog page or even email it out. So that will be the best way to know when the newest videos are coming out. I also want to mention that we did also release the May Retirement Times. So if you are looking for the next installment of the Retirement Times articles, that is already posted to the Resource Center underneath our newsletters and memos, and then Retirement Times or the participant memos. Now let's shift our focus over to the broader economic landscape with our Chief Investment Officer, Jeff Elvander. Jeff will explore the intriguing concept of a soft landing and go through the intricacies of managing inflation without triggering a recession. Get ready for some insightful analysis and thought-provoking perspectives on the current market trends with Jeff.
Thank you, Ashley, and welcome everyone to our investment scoop for May titled Soft Landing or Soft Serve. Let's first get to the soft landing. And the soft landing is, of course, relating to the economy and the Fed and their ability to control inflation and to do it without bringing a recession. And the chart of the quarter here that we have shows recessions coupled with core CPI and where it is in inflation. So let's first review the dual mandate of the Fed, and that's to maximize employment. And right now we have some very good employment numbers, very low unemployment, and it's stable prices. And when you look at this chart today versus historical CPI, and this is looking at inflation, it's interesting to note that the headline CPI and the core CPI, two slightly different measures, are both below the 50-year average for inflation, really meaning that so far, the Fed has done its job. Inflation's been coming down. We're lower than where we've been historically. That's good news. Certainly, that's why the markets have been doing so well. But of course, there's been a little volatility in the markets. And I think there's still a lot of questions around, now it's gone from when's the Fed going to lower rates, right? At the end of last year, it was maybe 5 or 6. Now, some people are thinking, wow, are rates even low enough? Or will they be here longer? Or maybe is there a Fed rate hike, which really could cause some more volatility in the markets, of course, from where we were last year in terms of everybody expecting rates will come down. Certainly that will help risk assets. Do we have what's next? And I thought, we could talk about the volatility and what we have next coming up and what we need to be on the lookout for. And that's soft serve, right? Soft landing versus soft serve. Which one? They're both related. What's the difference between ice cream and soft serve? Fun little trivia. It's all the same. Soft serve is ice cream, but with a little air mixed in. That's all those soft serve machines do, is they mix in air to that soft serve. And that's what's really going to prevent maybe the economy or inflation from coming down. For us to get the soft landing, is that air, is that wind, and that may cause some more volatility. So I don't know, soft landing, soft serve. So far, we don't have a recession. Everything looks really good. There are some question marks whether inflation is low enough. There's some air, there's some wind out there. The Fed generally has not been able to engineer a soft landing. So certainly the odds historically are against that. But so far, we're looking pretty good, at least as with regard to where we have been historically. And so just a nice chart when you're getting together with our clients, reviewing the market review. That post is already out there too, that you can hear me go through the entire market review. So you have a little context when you do that with your clients. So there you go, soft serve or soft landing. Let's go to fixed income next. And we have a new CIT coming out. If you were at our summits, we announced Core Plus 3, and this is with Fidelity's total bond strategy under the hood. This will be our new Core Plus 3 strategy. It is the strategy run by Ford O'Neill. If many of you are familiar with that strategy, great outperformance over the long term. They've outperformed their benchmark over the short term and long term 3 and 5 year periods by over 100 basis points. So, really a great team, great research group out there. And we're getting it at 26 basis points. So the lowest cost out there based on our over 1 trillion on our platform. So that's some great news for your plan sponsors and certainly for the participants. So why are we doing this? Why are we launching a Core Plus 3 strategy? Well, I think we're going to have another, what I call gross event coming. And what is a gross event? Well, for everyone that was in this industry, years back, Bill Gross, when he was the manager for Total Return, when he left, that put a lot of money in motion. A lot of folks decided they weren't going to stay with PIMCO's new team. And money scattered everywhere. One of the places where it scattered to was NetWest, which TCW acquired. So there's a TCW and a Net fund. There were 3 lieutenants from PIMCO that founded Net. It was a great shop that they founded, a great success story, again, becoming the largest bond fund at a certain point in time. 2 of those managers have left. The last manager is leaving this year. That last manager was removed as a co-CIO at the end of last year. There's been a lot of shuffling in the CEO-CIO slots as well, and it's struggled. It's been in the 90th percentile over the last year-to-date, 1-year time period. So having some challenges there. I believe it still scores appropriately on the scorecard. Certainly when the last manager leaves at the end of this year, it's going to lose those 2 points. So it is going to immediately drop to watch list status, and it may even do so sooner with performance falling off. So still a lot of assets out there with that strategy. Wanted to have another good option for you along with our other Core Plus options out there. We have another really great Core Plus option, which is managed by TGEM. They've had a lot of success over there as well. And then lastly, at 26 basis points, this gives everyone an unfair competitive advantage because really, I don't think anybody else is going to be able to beat this. This is the lowest out there now that you can get in terms of from the aggregator space and what we can bring to everyone here. So we're very happy to get it at this price that is lower than anybody else can get this one at. So in fixed income, I know other folks also use some other strategies. The largest bond fund today is PIMCO Income. Been a very popular strategy. That's their flagship strategy now, run by Dan Ivison. Great returns, a little riskier than Core Plus bond funds, which we just reviewed and talked about. So a little riskier than Fidelity Total Bond. We're looking at potentially having a CIT in the multi-sector space or in the high yield space. We don't have one currently. I know a lot of advisors like to have some more optionality, some more choices for participants and getting a little higher yield, a lot more plus. Again, these two areas do have a lot more risk, but wanted to run a poll to see if there's one or the other that you prefer. So in the comment section below, is it chocolate or vanilla? If you like chocolate, if you like multi-sector bond funds and you use those in your clients' plans, let us know in the comment space below. Type in chocolate, multi-sector bond funds. If you like using high yield, having something that's just dedicated to high yield, I know there's a lot of high yield in plans today, then put in vanilla, high yield, say, like high yield. And that will help us as we're looking at potentially adding more fixed income options, where we look to first, because both are pretty similar. Multi-sector bond funds use high yield in a very big way. All right, so let us know your flavor in the comment section below. And that's it. I want to thank everyone for attending our investment scoop today, and see you next time.
Thank you, Jeff, for that inside scoop into the market trends. As we wrap up this month's RPAG Scoop, I do want to extend a heartfelt thank you to all of our speakers, as well as all of you, our audience, our viewers. You do make this worthwhile, and I am so happy that you were able to stay till the end. And if you've stayed this long, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the bell in the corner, so then you can be notified for our next edition coming June 3rd, and it will be our first birthday, the first anniversary for the RPAG Scoop. See you next time.